This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, if you guys not able to hear me, please let me know, because since I've connected through hotspot. Okay, so before going to start the session, do you have any questions, Raghu, Surya? I mean, Surya, this is the first class for you.
Yeah, but I have seen all these, both the classes
Okay,
videos there.
okay, good. So do you have any doubts?
No.
Okay, so today we are going to discuss about uh, Power BI installations. Power BI. Okay, so what is Power BI? So Power BI is a analytical reporting tool. Okay, it is a analytical reporting tool, right? Now, so in the previous two sessions, we have discussed about what is report, what is the importance of report, advantages of report, how exactly report is going to, impact directly on the industry in a company. If any organization want to take a proper decision in terms of improving their financial goals, or kind of improving the company growth, so then they have to come up with a concept called historical data analysis. So we are going to analyze on the historical data, and based on the historical data we are going to generate a reports. We are going to generate a reports. And also we have discussed about, right now in the market we have different tools are there. So we have MicroStrategy, we have Power BI, we have Tableau, we have so many SSRS. So many reporting tools are there. So again we have seen, there are traditional report, different types of reporting tools, reporting tool, and advanced or next generation reporting tool. Okay, so whatever the reports like SSRS, MicroStrategy, so these all comes under traditional reporting tools, wherein we have limited set of features. So the purpose of implementing next generation and advanced reporting tool in the current IT industry is, okay, so whatever the features which are not supported, or whatever the drawbacks that are there in the traditional systems, okay, so to improve, to fix that particular drawbacks and kind of features, so they have come up with a concepts called next generation reporting tools. So in this, the best example for next generation or advanced reporting tools is Tableau and Power BI, and also ClickView, ClickSense is there. Okay, so we have also discussed about the differences between traditional and next generation. Why do we have to go for Power BI? And right now most of the projects are migrating their project from existing traditional reporting system to advanced reporting system. The reason because of the storage, because of the report sharing facilities. We have so many features. See, traditional reporting systems are supporting only limited set of data sources, and also it has only limited set of visualizations. So, and in traditional systems we'll not be able to connect to the mobile applications, wherein suppose I have created a report. Okay, I want to view the same report in my mobile app. So those kind of advanced related concepts are not there in the existing system. So that is the reason people are migrating their existing projects from traditional reporting tools to your next generation reporting tool. That too, most of the people are moving their existing projects to Power BI. That's a concept that we discussed till yesterday. Now, to install Power BI, what are the softwares we required? So to install Power BI, what are the softwares that we require? Or to design a Power BI report, so what are the softwares we require? Okay, so that we are going to discuss in today's session. Okay, so Power BI is a reporting tool. Okay, so we need to install Power BI app. We need to install Power BI app. So since it is a Power BI is a reporting tool, for any reporting tool, for any reporting tool, we need one database. We need one database. No matter it is SQL Server, no matter it is Oracle, any kind of database. Okay, so what we need to create any report, we need a report application. Perfect. So for that we are going to install Power BI desktop. Okay, so after that, to design any reports in your Power BI desktop, you need at least one database. So you need database, database server. Okay, so it can be your Microsoft SQL server, or it can be Oracle, it can be MySQL, like that it can be anything. So you need to have some kind of database. Now after this, what is that something you need? See, yes, you have installed your Power BI desktop. Also you have installed any one of the, say I have installed Power Microsoft SQL Server database, right? After that, what is the next step? So you need a platform to practice. You need a platform to practice it. What I mean to say, practicing platform, so that means you need some sample data. You need some sample data to practice. You need some sample data to practice. So if I install Microsoft SQL Server, there is something called Adventure Works 2017, or any kind of 2000 latest version also you can take, but there is something called Adventure Works DW 2017, or any kind of version .bak file, dot .bak file. So what is this file contains is, this file contains the sample data and metadata of the object. So this will contain sample data and metadata of the objects. So now you can ask me a question. So what is data? Okay. So basically, data is a collection of raw facts and figures. So that means data is a collection of numbers, characters, alphanumerics. So in a nutshell, I can say data is a collection of raw facts and figures. Right? Now, what is metadata? So metadata is going to explain about the data. So it is going to explain data about the data. It is going to explain the data about the data. What do you mean by metadata? Suppose,
Like name, phone number, designations.
correct. Okay, so suppose I have a table called employee table. Okay, so I have something like employee name, uh, employee number, salary, location. Say I have something like, say employee name X, say number one, say salary 1000, say Hyderabad. Okay, so like that, employee name Y, source person 2, salary 2000, and say Chennai. Okay, so this is a basic table actually. Okay, when I say object, it is a table. Now if you see, whatever you're able to see, employee name, employee number, salary column, these are the, in a normal terms, if you can call it as a labels or headers, or you can call it as a columns. In a DB terminology, we are going to call it as a columns. So those columns are going to be treated as a metadata. Okay, the columns are going to be treated as a metadata. Whatever the data that you're able to see within the table, say X, employee number 1, salary 1000, Hyderabad location. Okay, so this is going to be treated as your data, because as I told you just now, data is a collection of raw facts and figures. So this is about data and metadata. So when I say data, so it is going to be the raw collection of facts and figures. So this is my data. What about metadata? My metadata is going to be just column names. So this is my metadata and this is my data. Right now, so you got a clarity on what is the data and what is the metadata. Now, what is database? Okay, what is database? So database is a collection of data. Database is a collection of data. Right, database is a collection of data. Right, then what is DBMS? So DBMS stands for database management system. DBMS stands for database management system. So if you see any database, it is basically built based on the concept called DBMS concept. Okay, so DBMS stands for database management system. So what do you mean by DBMS, database management system? So managing or organizing the collected data in a proper way is called as your DBMS. Managing or organizing the collected data in a proper way is called as a DBMS. Okay, so now what are the examples for DBMS? The examples for DBMS is your SQL Server, your Oracle, MySQL, Sybase. So like that, we have so many DBMS concepts are there. Then after that, there is one more concept called RDBMS. Okay, actually people has started, guys, just a second. Yeah, sorry guys, as I'm working from home, so It is really typical for working from home. Yeah, fine. Guys, are you there? Surya, Raghu?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So, whatever you're able to see, SQL Server, Oracle, MySQL, Sybase, or you can call it as a RDBMS package, which is made up of DBMS. So, what do you mean by RDBMS? So, RDBMS stands for Relational. See, we should have this kind of thorough understanding before we going to install any kind of software, and also before we going to work with especially any kind of BA technologies. No matter it is this knowledge is very very important for any BA person. So without having this knowledge, I think it is really tough for you to survive. Okay, so RDBMS stands for Relational Database Management System. So when my DBMS system was doing well, what is the purpose of implementing RDBMS concepts? See, in general, suppose I have purchased a mobile called say Nokia some XYZ model in last year same date. So today I want to purchase mobile of same Nokia, but if you see in the market, obviously within a year of span, so many versions got released. So what is the kind of version? So the version, the purpose of implementing the versions is version to version, you will be having a new features added on to the existing features, right? So when already existing features are there, what made the people to think and to come up with the new versions? So there are certain drawbacks in the existing versions. To fix that or to address that particular drawbacks, so people has come up with a new concepts called new concepts or new versions. So like that, what are the drawbacks in DBMS which made the people to think and to come up with a concept called RDBMS, Relational Database Management System? So the reason behind this is storage limitations. Okay, storage limitation. So that means DBMS support up to certain amount of table. So that means there is a limitation in terms of tables. So in the olden days, I mean, if you go back to 20 years back, so that time, if you understood, if you're trying to understand the IT market, or current that time the business market, even if you consider banks or anything, what was the system they were following? So they were literally they were following a system called file systems. After that, they have migrated their systems from file systems. That means file systems means they used to maintain their customers data, their projects data, their you know all kinds of transactions data in the form of files, or in the registers and all. So which is having lot of drawbacks. You cannot guarantee the condition of the file, or condition of the register. Okay, there is no security for for a file system. So there are lot of drawbacks which made the people to think and to come up with a concept called DBMS, so database management system, wherein DBMS we are going to track all the informations in the form of tables, again in the form of rows and columns. Okay, yes. So when your DBMS is performing well and good, so what makes the people to think and come up with the RDBMS? So the reason is storage limit. That means DBMS will support up to certain amount of data. So DBMS will support up to this many number of, up to some XYZ number of tables. So there is a limitation in DBMS. Okay, so if you go back to say even 10 years back, so they have come up with a concept called a DBMS, and they have started DBMS, then they have started implementing, they have started storing their data in the form of tables, and say they are started in the tables. Say assume I have started my company 10 years back, say with say 100 employees. After 1 year, After 1 year, you know, after 1 year, my company strength got increased from 100 to 1000 employees. Obviously, in an organization, we'll be having so many departments and we'll be having so many subject areas. We'll be having employee subject area, we'll be having HR subject area, we'll be having project subject area, we'll be having product subject area. So many different subject areas are there, wherein we are going to track all the information related to that particular subject areas. Why we are categorizing as a subject different subject areas? Can't we store all the data in one table? Yes, you can store all the data in one table, but it is not suggestible to do that, because so there is a something, normalization denormalization is there. I don't want to go in detail of those normalization denormalization. So that is a kind of in detail database and all, but high level try to understand. So if you're trying to maintain the data in a different table, say I'm going to track all employee related data in the employee table, I'm going to track all project related data in the projects table, all products related data in the product table. So like that, I'm going to maintain this. So as my company got increased in terms of employees, or obviously in terms of projects, products, from 100 to 1000, so gradually to store the data, and obviously some new subject areas also will comes into the picture, wherein I need to keep tracking of that. So the moment the data got increased from, you know I mean the moment the data, or the moment the company got increased from one level to next level, so that time it was really tough for the people to handle. That means since dbms will support up to some number of tables, so then how to fix, or how to store? See, functionality wise, logic wise, dbms is performing good, but only challenge is storage limit. It will support up to certain amount of tables only. So beyond that it will not support. Then what is the other solution? What is the alternative for that particular situation? Okay, so the alternative for the other particular the situation is your rdbms. So people has come up with the concept called rdbms concept, relational database management system, wherein you have no limit, no limit of creating a number of tables and all. Okay, it depends on your hardware configuration, your server configurations and all. So they have designed the database in such a way there should not be any kind of limit. See, even if you observe simple example, see, earlierly, I mean, if you say if you go back to 15 years back or 20 years back, okay, okay, there was that time also the internet concept was there. That time we have Yahoo mails, Yahoo was there, so Gmail, Gtalk was there, so some chat windows are there. So hardly we used to chat only messages. Hardly we used to chat, hi, hello, I'm coming. So it will take some time to reach, or whatever, a kind of basic messages. But right now in the latest world, you have something called as WhatsApp. So many channels are there, so wherein we are going to we are going to send the text messages, we are going to send the images, we are going to send the audio files, we are going to send the video files. See, the reason why I'm taking this example is, suppose for an example, so my brother's marriage is there next month. So since he's working in US, so he'll not be able to come. So so probably I have to do a shopping for my brother wedding. So probably what I'll do, I'll go to a shopping mall. So I'll try to select some of the suits. Okay, then what I'll do, I will try to message my brother saying that these are the things that which I have selected. So immediately I will take the screenshot and I'll send it to my brother. So that through WhatsApp or any kind of communication channel. So my brother will see and he will confirm whichever he feels good. So then, so that's how the communication is going in the right now in the market. Okay, even if you see the volume of data, see, if you send a message, definitely that will take very less volume of data. But if you send the images or video files, or audio files, definitely the size of the data will gradually increase. Obviously, Yahoo or WhatsApp. So these are the organizations where this data is going to be stored. Say whatever the data that you're sharing through the communication channel, where exactly this data is going to store from the organization perspective. Suppose you have shared your images and videos and audios to WhatsApp. So somewhere in the organization of WhatsApp, they will maintain something called as a physical servers, physical data centers. So in the physical data center of the WhatsApp is going to be stored all your kind of contents and images and videos. So same like even if you're sending any messages, if you go back to 15 years back through messages, same kind of concepts. Again, for Yahoo also there will be having a physical centers wherein they're going to maintain the data. But the difference is, initially, I mean, if you even consider about 10, I mean 15, 20 years back, that time the volume of data in the form of GBs, gigabytes. But if you consider the volume of data now, so we will be expecting the data from TBs, terabytes, okay, PBs, petabytes, say uh, terabytes, petabytes, zettabytes, so something like that. Okay, so gradually when the data volume is increasing, the size of the data is increasing, you need some kind of separate storage mechanism to handle this kind of situations. Okay, so that is the reason we generally will come up with a new kind of concepts. That's the reason data science comes into the picture, and big data also comes into the picture. And how are we going to integrate with data and big data with the Power BI reporting? Everything is right now in the market, it is going on. So what I mean to drive you the point is, when DBMS was performing good, well and good, what make the people to think and come up with a concept called the RDBMS? So the only issue and the challenge part is, kind of size limitations. Okay, obviously you cannot, go with the kind of older technology of maintaining the data in GBs. It's gone. The moment if you share any audio file or video file or any image, definitely it is going to take 10 times more size of your text data. So per user, suppose today I have shared 100 videos to my brother, like that how many users are there, how many number of videos, just think about the volume of data. So all this something they are going to track in a physical data center of the particular organizations. So to do all these kind of things, so they have come up with the new concepts. So now whatever you're able to see in the currently in the market, like a SQL Server, Oracle, MySQL, CF Sybase, these are all the RDBMS package. Then you can ask me a question, so what is the difference between SQL Server, Oracle, MySQL, Sybase? So the difference between different databases is, let us consider the difference between SQL Server and Oracle. Okay, there is, in terms of functionality wise, there is not much difference between any of the database. See, all the databases has been created and built based on the concept of RDBMS, based on the concept of RDBMS, and they have renamed their product with their own name. So suppose SQL Server is there. So it is a product of Microsoft. So Microsoft has designed their own uh, kind of database with the help of RDBMS concept, and they have renamed the product called Microsoft SQL Server. So like that, Oracle Corporation has created their own database with the help of RDBMS concept, and they have renamed the product as a Oracle. So that is the only difference. But rest of the things, if you have any database, see, if you know complete knowledge of SQL Server or Oracle, any one of the database, you will be able to work easily in any of the database, because same join options, same kind of table creations, something like that. I understand there will be certain areas where you'll be having some kind of little bit of differences, but overall if you see, all are RDBMS packages. All are RDBMS packages. So guys, are you clear till this point? Surya, Raghu?
Yes, sir. So what are the DBMS? I mean, these are the
So,
RDBMS.
yeah, yeah. See, I'll tell you. In DBMS also, please go on mute. Yeah, thank you. See, in
Santosh,
DBMS
sorry.
also, yes, Raghu, you're asking something.
Yeah, just before clearing it, one more question from me. Like DBMS is like some one database we are having like Excel sheet, and RDBMS like we are having joints. Is this something similar to that, or is it different? I just want to check with you that.
I will tell you. I will tell you. I have given an
Thank you.
example. I have given an example of, yeah, I have given an example of purchasing a mobile. So I told you, right? So I have purchased, suppose Samsung mobile I have purchased last year same time. So that time some say version 1.3 was there when I was purchasing. But today if you see, so the same version is not available. So obviously, I mean the same version is available. Along with the same version, we have two more new versions also released in the market. So what does it means? It means whatever the existing features of the mobile product is there, it will work. Along with that, it is going to support few more things, few more features which has introduced in the latest versions. Okay, so that is a concept. Now just try to relate here. See, you are DBMS and RDBMS are both are one and the same, but only the difference is based on the relations you are going to create any number of tables. But in DBMS you have certain limitation of you can maintain up to this many number of tables. So the moment they have created a DBMS, so they have created this, I mean that time also this SQL Server Oracle was there, but that time they have used the concept of DBMS. But after that, they have created a same database, but this time they have created with the concept of RDBMS. That means they have added a they have fixed the particular kind of issue of relational. So based on the relational, you'll be able to create any number of tables. So example for
So can you
DBMS also. Yes, 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 please.
can you please correct? I mean, if I'm wrong or whatever it is. Well, like in initial database management systems, is there like relationships? Like nowadays we are having the relationships, right? Like one table to another table will join and those
Everything,
all.
everything was there. Everything was there. Yeah, tables storing the.
Thanks.
See, in DBMS also, they are going to store the data in the form of tables. Again, in the table, in the form of rows and columns. Okay, so tables, two tables, three tables, joints between one table, one other table, multiple tables joints, all was there. Okay, the thing is, since they are having a challenge of storage limitations, they have come up with a new concept called RDBMS, and they have created again the same databases, but with the new concept called RDBMS concepts. Because right now the data is going like TVs. Right now it is going in the TVs, terabytes. Obviously in future it will go for petabytes, then zettabytes. So different, I don't know the next term also. So like that the data will go. Okay, so to handle that kind of huge volume of data, people generally come up with a kind of new concept. Why I'm focusing complete in this kind of basics in the initial stages, any BI reporter, any BI report developer or architect should know the knowledge of all these things. Okay, so this will helps you in addressing the or discussing the meetings in your real-time project. So people whoever is working in the organization in the team, so people who has a strong knowledge on DB will be treated as a key resource in the project. Okay, so even in the project, so there is a certain situations wherein we need to directly discuss with some clients on specific requirements. So that time this kind of knowledge will definitely help you to debate with the client. Okay, so one should have a strong thorough DB knowledge. No matter he's from say traditional reporting system or advanced reporting systems or XYZ reporting systems. Every BI developer, every BI developer or architect should have a strong DB knowledge. Okay, so clear, Surya, Raghu?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Sundar.
everyone,
Thanks.
yeah, everyone will design the reports. Everyone will work on the visualization, but the one who has a knowledge, strong knowledge on DB will lead the project. That means he will be treated as a key resource in the project. Because see, ultimately for reporting, the source will be your data, your database. Okay, so you're going to manage, you're going to transform the data in a different ways as per the requirements given by client. Okay, so first you are going to import the objects by connecting to the database. So then whatever the object that you have imported, so you are going to work on that based on your customer requirements. So in terms of customer requirements, maybe you are going to apply some kind of transformations wherein you need to satisfy the requirements of the customers, but ultimately you are going to take the data from the source. So till this point, hope this is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Thanks a lot.
Oh, okay, fine. So come back to our installation steps. Okay, right. Mm, okay, I just want to understand, Surya, what about your comfort level in DB? Are you comfortable? I mean, based on that, I'm actually going for, because I generally used to teach complete base in terms of DB also. So what about your comfort level in DB database?
Till now, I mean, clear whatever
No,
you
no,
have
I'm not
explained.
talking
But
about.
since I'm,
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Surya.
yeah,
I'm not talking about today's discussion. In general, do you have DB knowledge or do you understand DB?
no, actually, I'm not from the technical background, so
Okay, so that's what. See, the reason why I'm asking you is, see, since people who are working on the real-time projects or real-time workings, so they'll have some kind of DB knowledge. But in my sessions, I will spend almost 5 days or 4 to 5 days on complete DB in a core concepts. So that's what I'm actually asking for. Okay. Okay.
sure,
Thank
sure.
you. Thank you, Surya. Yeah. Okay. Let us come back to the installation steps. Okay. So to install Power BI, what all the things that you need? So we need Power BI desktop software. Okay. So we need database servers, like it can be anything. So Microsoft SQL Server, Oracle, or anything. But most of the cases, most of the project will follow Microsoft SQL Server only. The reason why, because Power BI is a product of Microsoft. Obviously, he will try to promote his database only, right? Right,
Right,
Surya? Yeah.
right, sir.
So Power BI is a product of Microsoft. Definitely, mostly 99% you will see, 90% you will be having the database as SQL Server only. Yes, but there are very rare cases wherein you will be able to find other databases like Oracle, something like that. Okay, but most of the cases you will be having Microsoft SQL Server only. Okay, but if you don't worry, both the syntaxes and all almost similar if you consider any database. Okay, so that's about it. Then after that, after the installation of these two things, what is sample database? Sample data. So we need a sample data to practice. So how to do that? So we are going to install, or we are going to download a backup file, AdventureWorks DW 2017. So what is this backup file contains? This will contains all the tables. Okay, let me connect to the SQL Server. I'm just trying to connect to SQL Server, and I will show you what exactly. So you have laptops or desktops, Surya, Raghu?
Laptops.
Okay,
Actually, mine is
so
MacBook, so I have to borrow my cousin's normal Windows laptop because PowerBIA don't support in Mac or Linux.
yes, exactly. So yeah, get the things as soon as possible, because
Yeah, sure.
everyday
By
session is
tomorrow,
important. Yeah,
yeah,
everyday session is important. You have to get ready with all kind of softwares, like whatever we are going to discuss in our classroom sessions, so that you can straight away practice. You see, I can explain whatever I want, how many hours I want, but the
sure,
thing is, if you don't put your practice and efforts, then it is really tough for you to understand,
yeah,
especially in
sure.
terms of BI. Okay, yeah. So this is a SQL Server Management Studio. So I'm just trying to connect. See, what is this tool? This tool is SQL Server Management Studio. That means I need to install this tool as well. I need to install this tool as well. Okay, so let me add this tool as well. So I need to install SSMS, stands for SQL Server Management Studio. Okay, SQL Server Management Studio. What is SQL Server Management Studio? SQL Server Management Studio is a tool to connect your SQL Server database. SQL Server Management Studio is a tool to connect your SQL Server database. So I have opened SQL Server Management Studio. So whatever you're able to see, this is a server name of the SQL Server. So that means by using this Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio, I'm just, the moment if I say connect, so I'm trying to connect to which server? My SQL Server database. So that means using SQL Server Management Studio, anybody can be able to connect to the SQL Server database. So SQL Server Management Studio is a tool to connect to your database. Clear, Surya? Raghu?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the moment you give server name and click connect, it is going to connect. The SQL Server database is going to be connected. You're trying to connect your SQL Server database through SQL Server Management Studio tool, right? Something called as databases. If you try to expand the databases, you will be able to see something like AdventureWorks. You'll be able to see something like AdventureWorks. So if you see even what AdventureWorks is there, if you expand this, so you'll be able to see some sample tables, sample tables, sample list of tables. So now come back to the installation part. So AdventureWorks DW. So how you have to install is, generally you have to come to Google, just say AdventureWorks DW, download. Okay, so just try to open the first link. Here you're able, if you just scroll down, you'll be able to see OLTP downloads and data warehousing downloads. So don't consider OLTP downloads, consider data warehouse downloads. In that you have something like AdventureWorks DW 2017.bak. So this is a sample database. This is a sample database which has given by Microsoft, for practicing purpose. So that means the moment you download this backup file, after downloading, you are going to attach this file to your database. So how to attach everything I have explained in the document. So after attaching this database, in the backup file, see, AdventureWorks DW is a sample database. In the backup file, whatever the tables are there, so who has created all these things? Did I created anything? No. Who has created? So Microsoft company itself is giving a sample database for practicing purpose. See, there are two ways. We can create our own tables. We can insert the data and you can work on the reporting part. That is one way, but it will take a lot of time. See, if you see, if you take any one particular table, say dim customer or any particular table, uh, suppose let me execute one particular table. Say if you say select a star from dim customer, how many records are there? Almost 18,484 records are there. So create this kind of table and inserting these many records will create a problem, lot of time. Okay, so to reduce that particular time, Microsoft has given, see, you can work even with a say sample of 5 records or 10 records, but whatever the table that Microsoft has given will have a real-time oriented scenarios in that particular table's data. So for a convenience purpose, Microsoft has given a sample database called Adventure Data Warehouse. Okay, Adventure Data Warehouse. So you need to download that backup file. Okay, you need to download AdventureWorks DW backup file. So you need to install 4 things: SSMS tool to connect SQL Server database. Then you need to install database, anything Microsoft SQL Server, then sample data to practice. So these are the 4 things that you need to install. Are you clear? Everything I'm going to explain in, since we are running out of time. I will explain. I need to spend some more time on explaining all these things. So I'll try to spend some more time on installation part tomorrow to complete the installation part. So till this point, so do you have any questions, Surya, Rakesh, Surya, Raghu, Rupa?
We are good to go, Sandesh sir.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. That sounds good. So we'll meet tomorrow. Actually, I have actually prepared complete series of steps how to install everything. So tomorrow, if you have laptops, I'm going to demonstrate in your laptops. Otherwise, I will see everything step by step I have mentioned. Okay, how to install Power BI report, then how to install SQL Server Management Studio, how to install SQL Server database, how to install AdventureWorks, how to restore that, everything in a step-by-step manner I have prepared. We'll spend some time tomorrow to complete the installation process. Okay. So any questions, guys?
No, sir.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
No, sir.
Okay. So that's all for today. So I'm signing off for the day. So we'll meet tomorrow same time to connect to discuss
Yeah.
few more topics. Bye bye.
Good day.
Sure.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.